TheUBIE's up, he's ready to play. With his headset on, he's in the zone. But every move, every shot he takes, he can't catch a break, it's like a cyclone. He jumps on him, tries to secure the lead, but he keeps getting stuck and respawn. His aim is off, his strategy's weak. TheUBIE's feeling defeated, it's all gone wrong. That didn't work, no, not again. TheUBIE's gotta find another way to win. He'll keep on fighting, he won't give up. That's how he rolls, he's a champion now.
Twitch stream scene. With his beard and a steak, he's living the dream. He fires up the games, ready to have some fun. But when it comes to skill, he's got none. Game on, you ain't your gaming catastrophe. We love you. With each bite you take a trip to the stars. The sizzle of the grill, it heals your battle scars. A love affair between man and meat. A passion for steak can't be beat you, yeah. Oh yeah. TheUBIE, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor. It's true, with your hair and your beard so wild. You're the steak-loving heartthrob of the Twitch stream. You're the steak-loving heartthrob of the Twitch stream. When the moon rises high and bright, you wield your fork like a knight in Midi fight. The grill becomes your battlefield, flames ablaze. And the steak, oh the steak, it's your trophy, your praise. Ooh yeah. TheUBIE, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor. It's true, with your hair and your beard so wild. You're the steak-loving heart that twins.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
I like steak.
Bars flowing from its head, got hair blowing and long. TheUBIE's dropping jokes and songs like bombs. Science
All right, I'm live. I don't know how badly I am gonna be buffering to you, but we are having absolute crap for internet tonight. And it doesn't look like it's all our internet either. It may also be a YouTube thing that is causing it. I'm getting decent ping times and getting decent packet loss now, but my bit rate is jumping all over the place from normal all the way down to way, way low. So I'm dropping frames. You guys are only getting probably about 40% of the frames that I'm generating here. So I apologize if it's going to be super laggy or super crap tonight. Pop over to Ted's, man, because I'm literally in a situation where there's not much I can do about this. It seems to have stabilized for the moment, so we will try to give it a go. I didn't have a specific topic for tonight, so that also makes it a little bit easier on us. It's just an open forum night, and we can either talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe I could look at, I could bring up the stuff that I use for recording bass. Since we got a new bass, we could do that. It's pretty much your show, whether or not the show actually is going to happen or not. Yeah, I've got no bandwidth whatsoever, apparently. Yeah, this is painful. Very, very painful. Connection rate is very poor this evening. Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, I'm dropping to 0 every now and then, which is just completely killing me. I'm going to try one more thing, so everybody hang on just a moment.
UBIE's got a Twitch stream, that's how he keeps connected. Old as hell, but his passion ain't been affected. With his long ass hair and a grizzled beard, he's got so many stories, don't be nothing weird. He's got troubles, technical, the difficulties all around. Computer pulling his hair, but he's keeping on, never giving up. That ain't his flair. His computer smoking, flames shooting out the side. UBIE's dancing around trying to keep his cool inside. His hair's catching fire, beard singed up real bad, but he's still clicking buttons. Ain't no time to be sad. Ain't no time to be sad. But he's got troubles, technical difficulties all around. Stream keeps crashing, no matter how it's bound. UBIE screaming at his computer, pulling his hair, but he's keeping on, never giving up. That ain't his flair.
All right, we dropped the bit rate dramatically. Let's see if this stabilizes any. See if we basically see if we can get you at least a non buffering experience for the next couple of minutes. So at the least, I'm just trying to get you something that stays solid. Yeah, I mean, we're right now. The part that it's probably I've got an issue with my upstream tonight, and I'm just pushing it so hard it's causing everything to break. So, all right. So you've asked for the base, assuming you can see or hear what's going on. I'm going to pull that out, and let's switch over to that screen. And let's switch over to that screen. There we go. All right, so I'm just in. I use Cakewalk for my recording. So I'm just going to add a new audio track, and I'm going to plug my bass in. Yep. All right, step one is to see if we can even hear the bass. A little low, but yes, it's there. Yeah, we're going to add some more buffering. I apologize for the buffering, folks. I have no control over that tonight. Plan to do. All right, so I have my own chain set up for this. First up is just my standard noise suppression, just to suppress noise. Then I have NAM set up with a bass amp and cab. And then I have optional a stomp that's designed for basses. I'm going to turn that off for the moment. Much more sound there whenever I actually have the amp for a bass amp. And so with that, it gives me a pretty decent. It was giving me a decent quality amp sound back when I was using the fake amp, which I was using guitar and dropping it down. Yes, you have to be invited to get this sound here. So when I add the growler on, it's actually designed more for a metal style bass. So that's there to really kind of boost it up a bit. Basically, it's exactly what it is a boost. So. But it's not needed at all. Because we can just use a nice kind of a clean standard sound there. So if we record something, just to throw something out there. So that doesn't sound bad as is. But usually if you're going to do recording for bass, it really needs to be prepped up to go in the mix. So the reason why I use Cakewalk is it has some really good mastering tools in it. And if I just apply the mastering compressor give a tight low end boost for EQ. Give it some tube warmth, and we will mix it together on a flat S type. And so that sound now becomes something a little more like this. So, and that's how I do that's literally my bass recording. No special super magic to it other than what I just showed you there. And I'm anything but an actual good bassist. So, playing the bass, not so great. Mixing the bass, that's totally different yard. Totally different yard. 2 yards names popped up, and it just completely threw me off. So I can slap at the bass. Not very well, but I can do it. So there you go. So yeah, like I said, my main elements just literally is a bass amp and an optional bass stomp pedal that I don't use unless it's specifically going to be for like a real heavy metal sound. So there you go. Any other questions? If I missed some questions while I was talking there, I apologize. Ask them again. I will be truthful with you. I am currently going through some beginner bass courses just because I'm not trying to become a bassist, but I do want to get enough of the skill in place to be able to make my own bass backing tracks better than what they are. They're good. I mean, you guys have heard the backing tracks I've got and the bass that I have on them, but yeah, never hurts to go through courses, guys. And it's another way for me to actually embrace that suck. So. And then that's just a new way for me to embrace the suck. How many layers of guitars do I use when I'm recording my tracks? Depends on the track. So for the rhythm guitar part, I will either use a double track or a quad track, and I will spread them out into the stereo field. For a double track, I'll push them both out to both extremes. In a quad track, I'll push one of the tracks on each side to all the way out, and one of them about 70% out. And then for the obviously for lead guitar, it's a single track, and I'll usually push that a little off center, just to make sure it's got some space so that it's not trying to compete with the drum and bass tracks. There's actually a tech talk where I talked about double tracking and the methods that I use, from the best way to the from the easiest way to the right way. Is it true you can't double stamp a triple stamp? Ooh. Brian with the serious questions tonight. Yeah, so at the very least, what I do for my tracks, even if I'm not going to do a full double track on the guitar, I'll show you one. I'll do one real quick. We got about 5 minutes. You do need a little more finger strength than a regular guitar, but it's not that much different if you've got thicker fingers like I do. And also, you can easily do the over monkey grip on it. So, I mean, you can press too tight. All right, let me drop a new track in here. Gonna mute this one. And let's get Element loaded up, and let's load up one of my sessions for Element to make it easier. All right, that should just make it super simple for me to immediately start playing. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so let's say like I wanted to do a good rhythm track, but don't feel like doing a full double track. So if I recorded one, so let's say that was going to be my rhythm track there. So the easiest way to double track this, which we did, I showed you on the other one, is pop something in there like wider. It is literally just something that will take your track and throw it out into the stereo field. So I've got it at about 60% there. So here it is without wider. And there it is with wider on. See how it pulls it apart? Without it, with it. So that's your dead simplest, easiest way to double track. That's the worst way to do it, but that is the easiest possible way to double track. The next best way is, instead of doing it that way, it's if you duplicate this track. Completely. And I need to put you on that track. And then if you take, I'll take wider off of these tracks. So if you'll take these two tracks here, and then I've got this track that needs to go bye-bye. Get that track out of there. So the only two tracks we have. So this is just our two tracks, and they're currently together. So I'm going to pan one of them left and one of them right. So that's going to make that already makes that feel a little more full. Now, if you take one of your two tracks, or both of them, you can do this on either of them, but take one of the two tracks, drop a delay on it, and make the delay slightly different than the other track. So we're going to put that delay there. We're going to put the exact same delay up here. And the difference on this one is we're going to enable it. That's going to be a 8th note. And this one is going to be a dotted 8 notes. So they have slightly different delays to them. So if you do that, and start playing with it so that they aren't so desperately different like that, that's another way that you can make it sound like you've actually created two different tracks without actually doing two different tracks. Yep, I don't have the screen up for you on that one. There's nothing special on the screen, Tom. It's literally just two tracks, and they have the exact same track. I recorded it once and copied it over to another track, and then They have the same effects put on them. The only difference is one of them has, they both have an additional delay added to them. They just have slightly different delays. So. Like that. So that's another way that you can cheat and make it sound like you did a double track, which in reality you didn't. But the best bet is just literally doing 2 different tracks. Set him back to the same as the other track. And instead of doing it that way, just literally record a second track. All right, that delay's throwing me off. Get rid of those delays. Try it one more time. Of course, it does require that you play it the same the second time through. But for the section that did play the same, so you feel how that works, where you get that. So I actually have it recording in stereo because if you record it. I'm recording from mono, but I'm having it actually do the recording in stereo. That allows me to put a stereo effect on it, which means that I can actually make both the left and right sound slightly different, even though they're recorded identical. So in this case, the way that the panning is set up in my automation, Lars, it will flatten it. It auto flattens when I pan left or right. It has it flattens based on how much it's panned. But yes, doing it in mono for left and right would be a slightly better way to do it. Also, since I'm recording out of mono, left and right are identical anyways, but I have it set to automatically compress. All right, it's time for us to step aside for Ted. If you guys like this, we will do next week's. Will be more recording. I don't mind doing recording if that's what you guys like. But I'll leave that up to all of you. So when I record, it's actually being recorded dry. If I turn my effects off, what you'll hear is literally the dry recording. So I can come back and use the dry recording anytime I want. The effects when I'm recording in the DAW are put on top of the dry recording. So I could always